My girlfriend tore up the ugly Christmas sweater my mom knitted, called it an embarrassment to be seen in. I picked up the pieces. Her hands made this. I quietly returned every gift I'd bought for her family. That night, something arrived at the door, and no one spoke after that. I'm 35, been dating my girlfriend for about a year and a half. We met through work, different departments, but ended up on the same project team. She's in sales, I'm in operations. Things moved pretty fast. By month 6, we were talking about moving in together. By month 12, we'd met each other's families multiple times. My mom is 68, lives about 2 hours away. She's got arthritis in both hands, has had it for about 5 years now, gets worse every winter. But she still knits, takes her forever, and I know it hurts. But she does it anyway, because it's what she loves. Every year, she makes me something for Christmas. Scarves, hats, mittens. This year, she'd been working on a sweater. She'd mentioned it back in October. I'm making you something special this year. It's taking me longer than usual, but I think you'll love it. I told her she didn't have to, that I knew her hands hurt. She just laughed. I want to. You're my son. Let me do this. The sweater arrived last week, about 10 days before Christmas. She'd mailed it early because she wanted to make sure it got here in time. I opened the package at my apartment. My girlfriend was there. We were having dinner. Honestly, it was pretty ugly. Green and red with a reindeer on the front that looked slightly cross-eyed, and Merry Christmas spelled out in crooked letters across the back. The kind of thing you'd wear ironically to an ugly sweater party. But I knew how long it took her to make it. Knew how much pain she was probably in while she did it. So when I pulled it out of the box, I smiled. Put it on immediately. What do you think? I asked, turning around to show my girlfriend. She looked up from her phone and her face just fell. You're not seriously going to wear that. What? It's from my mom. It's hideous. It's homemade. She spent months on this. She should have spent those months on literally anything else. I felt my smile fade. That's my mom you're talking about. I'm talking about that sweater, which is an embarrassment to be seen in. I think it's nice. You think that's nice? She stood up, walked over to me. Babe, I love you, but your mom has no taste. This looks like something from a thrift store reject bin. She made it by hand. She has arthritis. It probably took her months. And it looks like it took her months. I'm not going to your family Christmas thing if you're wearing that. My family Christmas thing is in 3 days, and yeah, I'm wearing it because my mom made it for me. She crossed her arms. Then I'm not going. Fine, don't go. You're really choosing that sweater over me? I'm choosing my mom's feelings over your shallowness. She glared at me for a second, then reached out and grabbed the sweater. Before I could react, she'd pulled it off me, nearly yanking my shirt off with it, and started pulling at the seams. What the hell are you doing? Saving you from yourself. She tore at the shoulder seam. It separated easily, the yarn wasn't that strong. Then she pulled at the front, and the reindeer came apart. Kept pulling until the sweater was basically in pieces on the floor. I just stood there, frozen, watching her destroy something my mom had spent months making. When she was done, she dropped the pieces on the floor. There, now you can't wear it. I looked at the pile of green and red yarn, then at her. Get out. What? Get out of my apartment. You're being dramatic. You just destroyed something my mom made, something that meant a lot to me. Get the hell out. It was an ugly sweater. Her hands made this. I bent down, started picking up the pieces. Her hands that hurt every single day. She spent months on this, and you destroyed it in 30 seconds because you think it's ugly. I'm sorry, okay? Get out. She grabbed her purse, headed for the door. You're going to regret this. Over a stupid sweater. She left. I sat on the floor with the pieces of the sweater in my lap and just stared at them. Tried to figure out if they could be fixed. They couldn't. The yarn was torn, the seams were separated, the whole thing was ruined. I called my mom, didn't tell her what happened, just told her I got the sweater and I loved it. She sounded so happy. After I hung up, I sat there for another hour. Then I started thinking about Christmas, about the gifts I'd already bought. I'd spent about $800 on presents for my girlfriend's family, her parents, her sister, her niece and nephew. Expensive stuff because she'd made a big deal about me making a good impression. My family's really into Christmas. You need to bring good gifts. I'd bought her dad a fancy whiskey set, her mom a designer scarf, her sister some kitchen gadget she'd mentioned wanting. The kids got toys that cost more than I wanted to spend, but she'd insisted. All of it was still in my closet, wrapped and ready. I spent the next day returning everything. Took all the gifts back to the stores, got my money back, $800 back in my account. My girlfriend texted me that evening. Can we talk? I'm sorry about the sweater. I overreacted. I didn't respond. She called. I didn't answer. She showed up at my door around 9 p.m. I opened it but didn't let her in. I'm really sorry, she said immediately. I was wrong. I shouldn't have destroyed the sweater. No, you shouldn't have. I care about how we look to people. And that sweater was made by my mother. I know. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to her. Don't. She doesn't know what you did. Then let me make it up to you. Let me come to Christmas with you. I'll be nice to your family. I'll be supportive. I don't want you there. Come on. I said no. You're not coming to my family Christmas. So what? We're just done? Over this? Yeah, over this. Because it's not about the sweater. It's about you having so little respect for my mom that you'd destroy something she worked on for months. Something she made despite being in pain. I said I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix it. Now go home. I closed the door. She knocked for a few minutes, then gave up and left. Update 1. The next day, my girlfriend started texting again. Different approach this time. What am I supposed to tell my family about Christmas? They're expecting you. I replied, tell them I can't make it. They already bought presents for you. I'm sure they'll survive. You're being childish. And you destroyed my mom's sweater. We're both making choices here. She didn't text back for a few hours. Then, my mom wants to know if this is about the gifts. Did you not buy gifts? I bought gifts. Then I returned them. What? You heard me. I returned all of them. You can't be serious. Completely serious. My family is going to think you're a jerk. Your family can think whatever they want. You destroyed my mom's sweater. I'm not spending money on your family after that. That's so petty. Call it whatever you want. It's done. She called me. I answered this time. You need to go buy those gifts again, she said immediately. No. My family is going to be humiliated. My mom already told everyone you were coming, that you were bringing presents. Then your mom will be disappointed. Seems like a family trait. Don't talk about my mother. Why not? You had plenty to say about mine. That's different. How is it different? She went quiet. Then, fine. Don't come to Christmas. Don't bring gifts. But don't expect me to just forget about this. I'm not expecting you to forget anything. I'm expecting you to be my ex-girlfriend. We're not broken up. Yeah, we are. You just haven't accepted it yet. I hung up. Update 2. Christmas Eve, my girlfriend showed up at my door around noon. I was packing to drive to my mom's place. Opening the door was probably a mistake, but I did it anyway. I need to talk to you, she said. I'm busy. This'll just take a minute. I sighed, let her in. What? She sat on my couch, looked up at me. I talked to my therapist. Okay? She said I have issues with control, that I acted out because I felt like I didn't have control over the situation. That's great that you're getting help. Doesn't change what you did. I know, but I wanted you to know I'm working on it. And I wanted to ask if there's any way to fix this. Fix what? The sweater? No. You destroyed it. Fix us. I sat in the chair across from her. Why would I want to fix us? Because we were good together, before this happened. Were we? Because looking back, I'm realizing you've always been kind of critical of my family. My mom's house is too small, my dad talks too much about sports, my sister's kids are too loud. You've never said anything outright mean before, but there's always been this judgment. I don't judge your family. You literally destroyed a sweater my mom made because you thought it was ugly. That's judgment. That was different. It wasn't. It was just the most extreme example, but it's part of a pattern. She was quiet for a minute. What do you want from me? Nothing. I don't want anything from you. I want you to leave me alone and let me go spend Christmas with my family. What about my family? What am I supposed to tell them? Tell them the truth. Tell them you destroyed something important to me and I ended the relationship. I can't tell them that. Then make something up. I don't care. You're being so cold. And you were being cruel when you tore up my mom's sweater. We all have our moments. She stood up, grabbed her purse. Fine, I'll leave, but you're going to regret this. I really don't think I will. She left. I finished packing and drove to my mom's house. Christmas at my mom's was nice, quiet. Just me, my parents, my sister, and her family. My mom asked about my girlfriend, where she was. I told her we'd broken up, didn't give details. My mom looked sad but didn't push. After dinner, my mom pulled me aside. I'm sorry about your girlfriend. It's okay. It wasn't working out. Was it because of me? Because of something I did? No, Mom. It was because of something she did. Nothing to do with you. Okay. As long as you're sure. I'm sure. She hugged me. You know I love you, right? And I'm proud of you. You're a good son. I know, Mom. I love you too. That night, my sister cornered me in the kitchen. What really happened with your girlfriend? I hesitated, then told her. The whole story. The sweater, the fight, the destroyed gift. My sister's face went from sympathetic to angry in about 3 seconds. She did what? Tore it up, right in front of me. What a... She stopped herself, glanced toward the living room where our mom was. What a terrible person. Yeah. And you didn't tell Mom? No. Why would I? It would just hurt her. She doesn't need to know. You're a better person than me. I would have told everyone. What's the point? The sweater's gone, the relationship's over. Telling Mom would just make her feel bad. My sister hugged me. You're a good guy. You'll find someone better. Thanks. Update 3. I got back to my apartment the day after Christmas. Found a package at my door. No return address, just my address written in handwriting I didn't recognize. I brought it inside, opened it. Inside was a sweater. Not the same sweater my mom made. This one was professionally made, store-bought. But it was similar. Green and red with a reindeer on the front. There was a note. I'm sorry. I know this doesn't replace what I destroyed, but I wanted to try. I'm sorry for everything. Please call me. It was signed with her name. I put the sweater back in the box, took a picture of it, texted it to her. Don't contact me again. She called immediately. I didn't answer. She texted, I was trying to make it right. You can't make it right. Stop trying. I spent 2 days looking for a sweater like the one your mom made. It's not about the sweater itself. It's about what it represented. My mom's time, her effort, her love. You can't buy that at a store. I know that. Then why did you send this? Because I didn't know what else to do. The answer is nothing. Do nothing. Leave me alone. I can't. I love you. You have a weird way of showing it. I blocked her number. Update 4. 2 days later, I got a call from a number I didn't recognize. Answered it, thinking it was work-related. Hello? Hi, this is calling. I'm her mother. My stomach dropped. Hi. I'm calling because she told me what happened, about the sweater. Okay. I wanted to apologize on her behalf. You don't need to apologize. She's an adult. I know, but I also know I raised her to be better than this. And I'm ashamed that she would do something so cruel. I didn't know what to say to that. I also wanted you to know that she won't be bothering you anymore. I've told her she needs to accept that the relationship is over and move on. Thank you. And I wanted to say, for what it's worth, I think your mother is lucky to have a son who appreciates her efforts. Not everyone does. I appreciate that. Take care of yourself. You too. She hung up. I sat there for a while, processing the conversation. Her mother seemed nice, made me wonder how my girlfriend turned out the way she did. The next week was quiet. No texts, no calls, no surprise visits. I started to think maybe it was actually over. Then, about a week into January, I got an email. From my girlfriend. Long one. Basically a novel. She apologized again. Went into detail about her therapy sessions, about the things she was working on, about how she understood why I was angry. Said she didn't expect me to take her back, but she wanted me to know she was genuinely sorry. At the end, she wrote, I know I can't replace what I destroyed. But I want you to know that I contacted a knitting store near your mom's house. I paid for a year's worth of yarn and supplies to be delivered to her. I included a note saying it was from an anonymous admirer of her work. I hope that's okay. I stared at that for a long time. Didn't know how to feel about it. Part of me was annoyed that she'd involved my mom. Another part thought it was a genuinely kind gesture. I called my mom. Hey, did you get a package recently? Oh yes, a big box of yarn and knitting needles. Beautiful stuff. The note said it was from someone who admired my work. Do you know anything about that? Maybe. What did you think? I think it's lovely. Whoever sent it is very generous. The yarn alone must have cost hundreds of dollars. That's good, Mom. I'm glad you got it. Do you know who sent it? I have an idea, but I think they wanted to stay anonymous. Well, if you ever find out, tell them thank you for me. I will. After I hung up, I sat with that for a while. Then I replied to my girlfriend's email. My mom got the yarn. She's happy. Thank you for that. But this doesn't change anything between us. We're still done. Please don't contact me anymore. She replied an hour later. I understand. I won't contact you again. I'm glad your mom liked the yarn. Take care of yourself. And that was it. No more texts, calls, emails. She actually left me alone. Update 5. About 3 weeks later, I got a call from my sister. It was late, around 10 p.m., which was unusual for her. Hey, you busy? She asked. Just watching TV. What's up? So, something weird happened today. Your ex showed up at Mom's house. I sat up straight. What? Yeah. I was there visiting with the kids, and she just showed up, knocked on the door like it was normal. What did she want? She had something with her, a box. She asked to speak to Mom, said it was important. Did Mom let her in? Yeah, unfortunately. I tried to say something, but Mom was confused and thought maybe you'd sent her or something. My stomach was churning. What was in the box? That's the thing. It was the sweater. Or pieces of it. She'd apparently taken it to some professional restoration place, people who repair vintage textiles or whatever. They'd reassembled it as much as they could. It's not perfect. You can see where it was torn. There are some sections that are just gone, but it's recognizable. I didn't know what to say. She gave it to Mom and told her everything, the whole story, how she'd torn it up, how you'd broken up with her over it, how she'd been trying to make amends. Jesus Christ, what did Mom say? Mom was... I've never seen her like that. She didn't yell or anything, but she got really quiet, took the box, thanked your ex very calmly, and then asked her to leave. And did she leave? Eventually. She tried to apologize more, but Mom just kept saying, "Thank you for bringing this. Please go now." Finally, she got the hint and left. How's Mom doing? She's upset, not at you, she made that clear. But she's upset that someone would destroy something she made, and she's upset that you didn't tell her. She asked me why you kept it from her. I didn't want her to feel bad. I told her that. She understands. But she said she wished she'd known because she would have made you another one immediately. I felt tears starting, pushed them back. Is she okay? She will be. She's mostly just sad about the whole situation. And I think she feels guilty, like maybe if she was a better knitter or something, this wouldn't have happened. That's ridiculous. I know. I told her that. But you know how Mom is. She takes things personally. I should call her. Yeah, probably. But maybe wait until tomorrow. Give her tonight to process. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. No problem. And hey, for what it's worth, I think your ex showing up was her trying to do the right thing. Doesn't excuse what she did, but at least she owned up to it. I guess. After I hung up, I just sat there, stared at the TV without seeing it, tried to figure out how I felt about all this. The next morning, I called my mom. She answered on the second ring. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, Mom. I heard about yesterday. Your sister told you? Yeah. Silence for a moment. Then, why didn't you tell me what happened? I didn't want to hurt you. The sweater was gone. The relationship was over. I thought it would just make you sad for no reason. I would have made you another one, immediately. I know, but that's not why I kept it from you. I didn't want you to know that someone could be that mean about something you'd worked so hard on. Oh, honey. Her voice got softer. I've been knitting for 50 years. I know not everything I make is going to be appreciated by everyone. But the fact that you appreciated it, that you stood up for it, that means more to me than any sweater. I love everything you make, Mom. I know you do, and I love you for it, but I want you to promise me something. What? Don't protect me from the truth. I'm tougher than you think, and I'd rather know what's going on in your life, even if it's bad, than be kept in the dark. Okay, I promise. Good. Now, about this girl. She's not in my life anymore, Mom. I know. But I think what she did yesterday took courage. Coming to my house, telling me everything, bringing the sweater back even though it's damaged. That's not nothing. Are you saying I should give her another chance? I'm saying that people make mistakes, big ones sometimes, and some people learn from them and some don't. I don't know which one she is, but I think she's trying. Trying doesn't fix what she did. No, it doesn't. But it's still worth something. We talked for a few more minutes, then said our goodbyes. After I hung up, I thought about what my mom said, about courage, about trying, about learning from mistakes. Update 6. 2 days later, I did something I probably shouldn't have. I texted my ex, used a different number since I'd blocked hers. This is me. I heard what you did at my mom's house. She responded within a minute. I'm sorry. I should have asked you first. I just thought if I could get the sweater fixed, even partially, it might mean something. It did mean something. To my mom. Is she okay? She's fine. A little sad about the whole situation, but fine. I'm really sorry. For all of it. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it. I know you do. There was a pause. Then she wrote, Do you think there's any chance we could meet? Just to talk? I promise I'm not trying to get back together. I feel like there's things I need to say in person. I thought about it. Okay, coffee tomorrow. That place near the park. Thank you. I'll be there. The next day, I showed up at the coffee shop at 2 p.m. She was already there, sitting at a corner table. She looked different. Thinner, maybe. Tired. I sat down across from her. Hi. Hi, thanks for coming. Yeah. We sat in uncomfortable silence for a moment. Then she started talking. I've been in therapy 3 times a week since we broke up, working through a lot of stuff. Control issues, like I mentioned. But also deeper things. My relationship with my parents, my fear of not being good enough, my tendency to tear down other people to make myself feel better. I nodded, but didn't say anything. The sweater thing, my therapist helped me understand why I did it. It wasn't really about the sweater being ugly, it was about feeling threatened. Threatened by a sweater? Threatened by what it represented. Your mom's relationship with you. The fact that you valued something homemade and imperfect over the image I was trying to create for us. It triggered something in me, and I lashed out. That's a lot to unpack. I know. And I'm not telling you this to make excuses. I'm telling you because I want you to understand that I know what I did was wrong. Not just wrong, cruel. And I've been working really hard to make sure I never do something like that again. That's good. I'm glad you're getting help. I also want you to know that I don't expect anything from you. I'm not here to ask for another chance or to try to win you back. I just wanted to look you in the eye and tell you I'm sorry. Really, truly sorry. I looked at her. Saw the sincerity there. I appreciate that. Your mom is a wonderful person. When I went to her house, she was so gracious. Even after I told her what I'd done, she wasn't mean to me, just sad, and that made me feel worse than if she'd yelled. That's how she is. You're lucky to have her. I know. We sat there for another few minutes, finished our coffees, then she stood up. I should go. Thank you for meeting me. Yeah, take care of yourself. You too. She left. I sat there for a while longer, processing the conversation. She seemed genuinely different, more aware, more humble. Whether that would last, I didn't know. But it was something. Final update. It's been 4 months since everything happened. My ex and I have had a few more conversations, always brief, always cordial. She's still in therapy, still working on herself. She's dating someone new now, according to mutual friends. I hope it works out better for her this time. As for me, I'm doing good. Better than good, actually. I've been spending more time with my family, visiting my mom more often. She finished the new sweater she'd been working on. A beautiful navy blue one, with a subtle pattern. No reindeer this time, just clean lines and careful stitching. This one's perfect, I told her when she gave it to me last week. The last one was perfect too, she said, because I made it for you. The damaged sweater is in my closet. The restoration place did what they could, but it'll never be the same. I keep it anyway, as a reminder. Not of the relationship or the breakup, but of what matters. Of the difference between what's valuable and what looks valuable. Last month, I started dating someone new. Met her at a friend's birthday party. She's a teacher, works with special needs kids. When I told her the story about the sweater, didn't name names, just gave the basic outline. She looked horrified. That's awful. How could anyone do that? People make mistakes when they're not thinking clearly. That's more than a mistake. That's cruel. Yeah, it was. Did your mom ever find out? Eventually. It hurt her, but she handled it with grace. That's just how she is. She sounds amazing. I'd love to meet her sometime. And that's when I knew this one was different. Someone who wanted to meet my mom, who understood the value of handmade things, who saw cruelty for what it was without making excuses for it. We're taking things slow, but it feels right. Feels healthy. My mom asked about her last week. Is she nice to you? Very nice. Good. That's all I want for you. Someone who's nice to you and appreciates what you have to offer. Thanks, Mom. And if she ever does anything to hurt you, you tell me. I'm old, but I can still throw hands. I laughed. I'll keep that in mind. I'm 35, in a new relationship, and finally understanding what my mom's sweater really represented. Not just her love and effort, but the difference between people who build you up and people who tear you down. Between those who appreciate what matters and those who only care about appearances. The sweater's still in my closet. I'll probably never wear it. It's too damaged, too fragile now. But I'm keeping it. As a reminder of what I won't tolerate and what I'll always protect. Love, effort, and the people who show up for you even when their hands hurt. That's worth more than any relationship that requires me to hide who I am or what I value. And I'm not settling for less ever again.